1, 2, 2, still 2, still 2, still 2, ow, 3.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hey, we're not done.
You said 3. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 239. My daughter does not know how to count to 3. She said, on the count of 3, and then she looked at me and said, hey, we're not done. Anyway, welcome.
My mother does not know how to speak.
Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast and to the PHN Woman Cave. It is episode, as we said earlier, 239. And it is Monday, December 26th, 2016, which is our last podcast for 2016. So we're glad to have you with us. We welcome all new and returning viewers to the PHN Fun Woman Cave. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. We're glad to have you with us. If you are new, we're glad you found us and hope you will return. And if you are in the shadows, new or returning, please feel free to join the Ravelry group officially so that you can be eligible for the prizes and giveaways and things like that. It's a great group. It's a lot of fun, very supportive. And if you are watching us on YouTube, what are you doing?
Making sure the sound's working.
Okay. If you are in the shadows, and you're watching us on YouTube, please do feel free to press the subscribe button so that we know you're there. We always like to hear that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you saw Davina. Davina was very excited about the gift that Vonnie gave her. Thank you very much. We will hear more about Vonnie later.
Yes.
Okay.
Who are you, first of all?
I am Marleisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And we are doing this at a different time. Talia just got home from work, which means we were running around like ding-dongs trying to get everything set up. I hadn't even had my shower yet. Mom, let's podcast. Okay.
So well, anyway. Everybody's home, and sometimes it's a little hard to podcast in the afternoon when everybody's home.
Yeah. Because we podcast in my classroom /den/
This is called the classroom because way back when we used to homeschool, we used to homeschool in this room. Yeah. My desk used to be over behind where the camera is, where the yarn is now.
For a while, yeah.
Before.
Well, we moved we moved things around because before you guys left, before you left for college, my desk was over here. Because you guys just moved around. But by that time, you were doing a lot of your work in this.
Yeah, but before I moved to my room, when we first started, I think my desk was here, and I think Davina's was over here.
No, mine was here. Your desk.
Oh, were they next to each other? Okay, I feel like mine was like off in this corner though.
You guys were here. I don't remember what side you were on. I was here. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is a yarn, knitting and crocheting and dyeing and that kind of stuff podcast. So we will move along
with what's in your mug.
With what's in my mug.
Did I introduce myself?
I don't know. I don't listen to you when you speak.
Oh, what was it again? I was
thinking about something else.
Yes, I don't. Yes. I wasn't listening. I was thinking about something else.
Reference.
Yes.
Okay.
So because I can't remember whether or not I introduced myself, my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. And now that I have introduced myself, I'm pretty sure I did before.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun to make you do it over again.
So what's in your mug?
I have a new mug. This actually goes into stash enhancements. And it says Team Owl. This is from Davina. And on the front is Talia's original.
And people can see it.
York the Owl. Because everybody knows who's watched us for any length of time that I love owls and I love the York the Owl pattern. So Davina got Talia to get this for me for Christmas this year. So I'm really excited about that. And I've got chai tea.
And I have the tortoise.
Team Tortoise.
No, you're Team Owl.
Yes, I know. But
the mug says so. Versus hair mug. And I am drinking appropriately versus inappropriately. Plum Deluxe. And I keep wanting to move it because my camera's right there. I keep wanting to move it so I can see it, the tea.
Oh, right.
But I know that you guys don't see the same thing I do. So
I keep wanting to move it because it seems small. I think we're a little bit further back than we have been in the past.
We might be.
But,
because you were a little concerned that there was
right.
Not enough on the sides.
Well, what happened was we had to put Davina in, so we were playing with the camera there, and then we had to adjust.
Yeah.
Because there was all the space.
So, we might move in a little bit at the next break.
But at least we're not small, like, the last time when they were saying we were too far away from the camera.
No, I think that we're about actually where we used to be when we had the computer.
Maybe. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, this is Winter Forest Black Tea by Plum Deluxe. It has black tea, Rubio's tea, forest berry bits, which includes strawberry, blackberry, blueberry, hazelnut essence, joy, and gratitude, and caffeine, which is very necessary right now.
And I forgot. No, I did wish everybody, but I'm going to do it again. We want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, even though it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we want to wish you a Happy New Year, because when we next podcast, it will be 2017.
And because we're about to be showing you stuff, I am going to get up and adjust this a little bit and use Mom as a reference.
I'm a reference point, not a movie reference. But we had a wonderful Christmas. It was a very quiet Christmas. My husband made homemade pizza. Yummy, yummy. I made the sauce.
Is that too close, Mom?
I can't see with your hand there. You gotta get your hand out of the way. Maybe a little bit. Stop. There.
Okay, perfect.
There we go. All right, so my husband made homemade pizza. I made the sauce, he made the pizza crust, and Davina put all the cheese on. She slept. So
actually, I was in the shower when I could hear them doing.
Yeah.
And saying my morning prayers. I have spots in my eyes.
Probably because you were looking at the lights.
Yeah.
Okay, so
blinded by the light.
We wish you a Happy New Year, because when we do next podcast, it will be 2017.
Wish you a Happy New Year.
I'm not singing today. Okay. Do you have anything for baby news? Baby hat news?
No, I do not have anything for baby hat news.
Okay.
Although I might be making a mental adjustment. If I can't get something worked out with Winchester Hospital, I might keep extra toys actually for our hospital. Mm-hmm. For our dementia and occasional Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Or child patients. And just put them in the back area where we tend to keep those sort of things. Because we actually get a bunch of teddy bears every year that are not knit or crocheted. They're just sewn. I don't think they're handmade. I think
somebody donated them.
Donated a bunch of teddy bears, and they do it every year.
That's very nice.
And I end up giving one to a demented patient. She's still hugging it.
Well, sometimes even teenagers. I mean, if you're in there, you're scared.
Yeah. You know? So having some extra toys there will help. So I'm probably going to readjust my focus and just throw a bunch of toys at MedSurg/ICU.
That's a good idea.
So,
because sometimes a person who has to stay there for more than one night, sometimes even adults don't mind having a small toy, Okay, we do have the upcoming. We don't have any newcomers to welcome officially, but at least that we know of. So we do have some on YouTube that I don't know who they are because they haven't announced themselves, but we do welcome them. But we do want to move on to the upcoming. We have the PHN Sweater Shawl Along coming along. Well, that's true. It is coming along. It starts January 1st, so I guess it actually starts on our first podcast in the new year, doesn't it?
What does?
The Sweater Shawl Along.
Well, something's wrong with this.
Is it January 1st? Yes, next Monday is January 1st.
Yes.
So, actually, it's Sunday that's January 1st, so I guess it actually starts Sunday. So the Sweater Shawl Along is starting up next week. We're still in the process of talking to potential co-hosts, but we are ready and waiting to go to start the Sweater Along. That'll be fun, the Sweater Shawl Along. And that will begin January 1st, and it will go until March 31st of 2017. We will accept knitted, crocheted, and loom knitted sweaters and shawls. And they can be begun at any time. If you're working on them and you've had it sitting in your closet for however long, just sitting there, take it out and work on it. It'll be eligible, as long as it's been worked on during that time period. 1 WIP per project per week, 1 FO whenever the project is completed. We've already got a prize donated from Ann Brody from Silver Shed. It's that little so adorable little sheep bag with the knitted fabric on the inside. It's so pretty. So thank you, Ann. And that's coming up. And then Ty, you have that other along coming up that you're doing with Heidi.
Well, I'm not doing it with Heidi. Heidi.
Well, you're part of that.
Yeah, what happens is Heidi is doing I think she's aiming for a year-long along. It's at least she has 3 designers right now, people who have designed for her along, or for her with her yarn. What did I do?
I don't know, but you need to look at the people you're talking to.
But yes, I terribly messed up. Anyway, so yeah, what she's doing is for the month of January, I am being featured my patterns. So if you work on one of my patterns, you can get a chance at a prize if you finish one of my toys. Or actually, she didn't say anything about.
She said any of your patterns.
Any of my patterns. And Duke is a knitted poncho. Not poncho. Cowl thing.
Speaking of ponchos, somebody asked on the thread about ponchos for the sweater shawl along. Last year, we did accept ponchos if they were not short.
Yes, and I think we should go with the same rule.
I think we should.
And also, yeah, because it's like a mixture of a sweater and
yeah. Ponchos are fine as long as they're not those little tiny, barely cover your shoulder things. It has to be a fairly good size poncho, medium to large, right?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
That sounds good. So yes, ponchos will be eligible given those parameters, and use your judgment. We're not going to police you. You guys have always been fantastic in the past. We trust your judgment, and if it's something that's really obvious, then we'll talk to you about it. It's no big deal. Just ask us if you're concerned about it. No problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, ponchos are fine. They're kind of in that in-between area, shawls or whatever. So yes, okay.
To go back to Heidi's thing, yeah, it looks a little better. So I'm the first designer featured, my patterns.
And by Heidi, we mean Undead Yarn.
Yes, Undead Yarn. And I'm for the first month, for January. So if you want to, if you're not, completely sick of doing toys by the end of this toy along, you have a chance to knit more for prizes, or crochet more for prizes, rather.
And I don't know if she accepts whips or not. You'll have to ask
her. She doesn't, not unless you're on Instagram.
Okay, Instagram. No, I meant if she. I meant would she accept the FOs of a whip that's already like if I don't know.
I don't know that.
I don't know if she accepts that. She will not accept whips for prize eligibility unless it's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Only the FOs are eligible. But if you want to know, say you don't finish one of Taya's toys during the toy along, and you want to know if the FO is eligible for Heidi's designer along, ask her. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know that.
And I don't think she mentioned that. So
I don't think so.
But I'm sure she'll be very happy to answer that for you. So
then for February through
March.
Yeah, for February and March, she's
that's Susanna IC.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember her name.
Susanna IC is
and she does like shawls, and she has a lot of varieties.
She has a lot of beautiful items. I glanced over them really quickly, and since that is February, March, some of those, if you do those, you can double dip.
Yes.
And then April and May, I believe it is Laura Smoot, isn't it?
Yes, and Laura is a friend of the podcast, so you definitely want to...
And a PHNer.
Yes. So you definitely want to take part in that.
She's got beautiful patterns.
Yes, she does.
Love Laura's patterns. Laura,
yes.
Yes. Okay, is that all for that?
That is all for that.
Okay, and as Talia said, that we think that Heidi might be looking to make that a year-long thing. So
I'm not definite,
but she had said something about trying to figure out some. I don't know if she was talking about dyers or more designers or what. So I'm sure she will keep you posted. As we find out, we'll keep you posted. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. The PHN Toy Along is coming to an end. It's this 5th annual one. We have one more week. Plenty of time for you to get one or two more toys in.
Yes.
Some of you guys are really fast with your toys.
And I do apologize to people who we've not responded in any of the threads. This week, Christmas.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And I did catch up with several things. I have taken to, if you have multiple toys in a row, I just answer that at the bottom of your last toy, because I'm sorry. I love all of them, but I just don't have enough time to answer everyone individually. So if you have like 4 or 5 or 6 in there, I love seeing them all. I'm just going to comment on the last one and mention all of them. Okay.
And Brittany, I love the family of, I think it was Biddies.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's in the Franciscan Gypsy Designs thread.
Oh, okay. I have to go look at that.
They all had their Christmas turtles within the whole family.
I'll have to look at that.
Because throughout the year she's been making...
Yeah, I remember that.
Biddies prepping for that.
I remember that. I just haven't seen that one because like I said, I got up this morning a little late and she came home and let's podcast. So I haven't really been on. So I haven't seen that. But that's fun. Okay. So, as you all know, we are co-hosting with the lovely Victorian Studio, who is Maureen, and the very lovely Kim, who is Me and My Dog and Some Yarn. That's Black Horse, right?
Yes.
Black Horse. From Me, My Dog and Some Yarn. And they have been wonderful co-hosts. We love them very much. And they're just, if you haven't watched them, you should. And you can triple dip there if you're a member of all three podcast groups. We do have several prizes. I've already mentioned the rules, of course. One wood per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. Featured patterns, ties, toys, crocheting Hoovians,
Hufflepuff Monster.
Why is it so hard for me to remember that? Hufflepuff Monster. And then
You don't really want me to answer that.
Miss World's
Hang on. Me to You Bear, Teddy.
Yes, and there are 2 sizes. So, and we have several prizes. We have
And apparently this hand motion goes with the Me to You Bear.
Me to You Bear, yes.
Me to You.
She didn't know that, but now she does. We have, let's see, prizes. You guys know all this. I'm really discombobulated today. We have
Many of them.
patterns. We have patterns. We have bags. We have yarn.
We have stuff.
We have stuff, and you'll get to see it next week
Yeah.
when you win it. Okay, sorry. We have a ton of things to get through, so just suffice
Yeah,
to
because
say
it's Christmas.
that we're very grateful to everybody who donated. Ann Brody, and I am going to say who they are. Laura Concert, Laura Smoot, Christina, who is Mama C, Miss World, who is Maria, Lizzie, who is Warp F1, and B-Wing, and I believe we have a bag from Ann, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. I don't see where it's at here.
You might not have added it. Because it is... I forget which bag it was. Because we have... Pretty sure we got one for this one.
I know we have one for the next one.
I'm pretty
she's
sure
so
we have-
generous with us. I'm sure we have one.
I'm pretty sure we have one for this one, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. So,
Because I ordered 2 things recently.
right, and Ann has always been super, super supportive.
And she sent something with each of them.
Yes, she's amazing. Ann is fantastic, and you should check her because she's always making new bags, all
Yes.
kinds of bags. Okay. Oh, and B-Wing had also very much her cards.
Yes.
Love the cards. So okay. Yeah. Sorry about the disjointedness of that. I'm just kind of not quite awake. All right. Where are you ready to do whips?
So, yeah, we should be just about ready for whips.
Okay. So, I think I have 8.
I think you might have more than me. I don't think I work on as many as 8.
Yes, I have 8.
I was 6.
That was the silent part of the podcast where you guys could get a rest.
You get you should go twice, Mom.
Okay. Let me start with. Okay. In my, I think it's in here. I had to move all my bags around because I had them not quite ready, and then when Taya decided that we were going to do this, and then Davina came, and we had to move everything around, all my bags got jumbled. This is not the right bag. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. This is in my Crafty Nomad bag. This is,
You spent a lot of time since you used that one.
yeah, this is my Crafty Nomad bag. I just won it from Kim,
Oh,
the Crafty Nomad. I like this. Isn't this beautiful?
Kim's
This is-
not the other Kim.
yeah, she made this as one of her first bags, and I really love the fabric on it. It's got this really pretty.
It looks quilted, is it?
It does. It feels quilted. I think it is some kind of a quilted fabric. At least it's got some kind of a. I think it feels like it's stuffed, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is my Blue Sky Shawl project, which was the Violently Happy shawl before I tore it out. I'm still using the US 8s, and this is Utopia Lima in the Blue Sky colorway. And this yarn was gifted to me about 6 or 8 months ago by a crocheting Hoovian, who is Laura. Thank you very much, Laura. And I worked on this a little bit. It's growing a little more quickly than the other one because it is a heavier yarn. It's a sport weight. I have over 600 yarns of this. And actually,
I think go for quite a while.
I think it actually came up as a DK at Ravelry. So it's absolutely beautiful, and the yardage is fantastic, and it's very soft. It's baby alpaca. I think it's 100% baby alpaca. Isn't that pretty? Look at the color. And this is the same pattern I was doing before.
Just bigger yarn.
Bigger yarn. And it looks a little bit differently because there's not exactly a halo on it, but it's a little fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really see my center spine here very well yet. I can't get close enough to the camera.
You're close enough, Mom. It's just not going to feel like you're close enough because you're not right up next against it.
So I'm enjoying this when I do it, and it's a lot of fun, and it will get done when it gets done. But thank you, Laura. I'm finally using the yarn you gave me because it had to have the right project, and it's
well, yarn generally tell you what it wants to be.
Yeah. So
you do one more.
Okay, let me just close this. This is my fault, not Kim's, because I am ribbon challenged. There we go. Okay, my next one is my peacock preemie hat. In here. And I'm using my baby loom for this, my infant loom, and I'm using, this is a new project, I just started yesterday. I love this yarn print in the jazz stripe colorway. You remember the bank head I did, the second bank head I did was in this colorway, and you guys really liked it. So I'm using that, and I'm using, whoops, is it Bunny?
He is Bunny.
This is the sport weight neon green from Hobby Lobby with an Aran weight. So I'm holding them two together, and this is how it looks so far. I don't know if you can see the colors. It's right now it seems predominantly green and purple, but there is some blue in here.
It's choker hat,
and it's really it's nice. It's a nice there's a nice structure to it. Stop that. There's a nice structure to it that it'll be warm and it doesn't feel like it's going to flop all over the place. So I'm having fun with this. It's in my Kiki Boo Holiday Owls bag that Taya got me a couple years ago.
Has it been as many as a couple years?
Oh yeah, it's been at least a couple years.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Because Davina got me the owl one a couple years ago now.
Okay, so and my Mama C Tudor bag this is Case Fault Miter Square blankets using Scrap Sport, DK, and worsted weight yarns. And it's inspired by KF Jones of the Bakery Bears podcast. I am almost done with yet another row.
Cool.
I added the owl yarn there from
that's Lady Furnicle yarns. This is the
not Hans.
No, Christoph.
From Christoph. I actually have quite a bit of this yarn left. And then this is from my coworker's hat, the Mad Tosh.
Right. That's beautiful.
So
that's so pretty.
It is very pretty. It's a joy to work with. If I had more of it left, I would totally have to make something for myself. It's just a lovely colorway.
You don't have too much left?
Oh no, I don't have a whole lot left. Because I made most of the hat with it.
Yeah.
I made all the hat with it.
Well, how much was the yardage? Well, it's worsted, right? So
it's worsted, yeah.
Oh yeah, so I only had about 200 yards or something like that.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot left.
Okay. In my Stitched by Mimi bag. Hi, Sandy. This is I love this bag. This is my bonfire shawl project from the Sock Knitter's Shawl pattern by KF Jones. And I only did a couple rows on this because, the rows are getting a little bit longer, so it takes longer. I really like the way this is turning out, though. I have my little turtle stitch markers. Okay. And it's getting fairly large. This is the back.
Yeah, the back.
Okay. So you can see the ridges and the little stockinette parts of it. I really like this. This is such a nice shawl to work on. And it's so pretty. I'm looking forward to finishing this one so I can do my green one, which is just sitting there languishing and waiting for me. These are Chow Goos that I'm working with, and they're size, I think these are my size 9s. Yes, my size 9s. Okay.
Your size 9s?
9s.
So, in my Silver Shed USA Tree Frogs bag is my pattern in progress. The only thing I can tell you is that it's a toy. So I am keeping up with the Toy Along. It's just that you can't see what's my project for the Toy Along because it is a design.
She's gaslighting everybody. She wants you to think that.
Oopsie.
Let's see. Okay. My next one is in my, I think it's in here. Let me check. Yes. In my Tortoise versus the Hare project bag by the lovely Anne Brody for the Tortoise versus Hare
the
Along.
wrong side.
No, I am not.
You're not showing the right side. I need to help you.
Leave my...
You're not showing the right side.
She's attacking the mom. Leave it.
I'm helping you. You're
No,
showing the wrong side.
I do not, in fact, need your help.
You're not showing the right side. There's a bunny on the other side.
I don't want
See,
the
look, bunnies. Bunnies.
Tortoise.
Bunnies. Bunnies on the other side. Bunnies.
Put your hand down before I flick you. Anyway. Okay, there's the tortoise. There's the hare. Let go of my hand.
Bunny.
Okay.
Bunny.
Okay, and here is the turtle bunny that Laura Smoot
Birtle.
made. Yes, Tortoise versus Hare bag. And this is my bank head. I did make some progress on this.
In the bunny bag.
So here's my... I can't get used to this. We have the microphone is above the camera right now, and it's confusing me where to put things.
We'll get used to it.
Okay, so...
You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on.
No, leave it. No, wait till after we break.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my bank head, and...
This takes 5 seconds to flip.
What are you doing? Oh, okay. So, okay, that works.
Does that help?
Yes. So this is the bank head, and I've made a little bit of progress, maybe a couple inches on this. And I really enjoy working this pattern because it's fairly mindless. Now, because it's my third one. My Tortoise versus Hare bag. Yes. Tortoise versus Hare. Poor abused bag. It's a little warm here.
It is a little warm. In my Kiki Boo bags, tea bag, is Nightcrawler.
And that was from a tea club that she did, wasn't it? Because we got in on it just before.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else was in the kit.
There was tea. I think, was there a yarn? I don't remember.
I don't remember there being yarn.
I forget what she had in it, but we did
the
it.
bag is what I really remember because that's
we wanted the bag.
Yeah. So the pattern is Miss L's Basic 6-ply sock by Miss L, and I'm using Undead yarn on the witch base in the colorway jeans and a t-shirt self-striping. And I do believe I'm still on the gusset decreases.
That's pretty.
So
it's turning out really well. Colors really well.
Yes.
Showing up. That's very close.
The colors are really well showing up.
Yes, they are. Yoda I am.
So, I do know how to close this again, presumably. There we go. Well, when I have 3 needles, it's a little different than when I close with 4, because with 4 it just folds nicely. 3 doesn't fold quite as nicely.
They don't play as nicely together.
No, they don't.
Everybody, one gets left out.
Yes. There we go.
Okay. All right, let's see here. What am I doing next? Oh, okay. I think it's in here. Yes. In my Knitting's My Bag large sweater size sea turtle bag, I have my Snickerdoodles, which is from the Brat the Kitten pattern by Franciscan Gypsy, who is Talia.
You remembered the name of the pattern.
I did. I used to call it Patches. So I'm using Lady Fernico Creations yarn in the orange tabby colorway. And I've got
I keep feeling like I have fuzz or something on my nose.
got the head done. The blue yarn is undead yarn.
Yes.
Or, no, is it undead yarn?
It is undead yarn.
Yeah.
I used it for my unicorn, my unipony.
Yeah, and then
although Martin's not a unipony, he's a unicorn.
And then this is the muzzle. And this is one body part. I don't know if it's the front or the back, but there's that. And I'm working on another part of the body here. I'm on just going round and round right now, so it won't be long before I finish this. If I can just sit and do it. So I'm having fun with it. I always enjoy making toys. And if I ever have to give up crochet, this will be the one thing I'll struggle to keep because I enjoy toys too much to give them up. So that's that.
You see, Mom, this is all I have left of the mat, Tosh.
Aw.
So not much to do with anything. I
I
might have to save it for another square later in the blanket because I do love this yarn so much.
I have some Mad Tosh in worsted weight. I don't know what color it is though.
Because I don't think there's even a whole lot left for color work.
Right.
So I think what'll probably happen is I'll just keep it in this bag, and some other point when I've forgotten that I've used it, I can add it at a different point in the blanket until it runs
saying
out.
You can't use it twice. I mean, you know.
Yeah, because I really do love that color.
Okay, so your turn.
So the next one is my Christmas peppermint socks. Are my Christmas peppermint socks? As if only one sock is being worked on. It's a basic rib sock pattern. It's a basic rib sock using magic loop pattern.
I think that when you have
By Melissa
socks,
Bayer.
when you say it is my socks, it's a pair of socks, so it's one pair, so it'll be a singular verb.
Okay. Oops. There's a bunny.
All you English people out there can correct us, but I think that's the way it is.
And by English, do you mean British, or do you mean English
I mean
studying
English.
people?
English.
Or what are you saying?
English, the language that knocks other languages up on top of the head and steals.
Rifles through their pockets,
Rifles
looking
through
for spare
spare
vowels or verbs or
whatever it was. Yeah.
Anyway, this is the Christmas peppermint socks, and I'm using basic rib sock using magic loop pattern by Melissa Bayer. And I'm not using magic loop. I started on magic loop because I didn't have the DPNs in the right size, and I ordered DPNs, and now I'm working on DPNs. And this is Dragonfly Fibers in the base, Dragon Sock, and the colorway is Still Christmas. So I started this in the beginning of Advent, and I actually worked on this while we were passing out presents on
That's
Christmas.
pretty. Very pretty.
So,
very pretty.
I
It's like a
do
little
enjoy
forest
this.
of trees as it goes up. Because it kind of goes up, like on a diagonal.
It does.
Very pretty.
So, it's very enjoyable. Just like I knew it would be when I picked it up. So, thoroughly enjoying this. This is my out and about knitting. And I don't care if it's out of season now.